Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan at 12 o'clock on a Monday. Welcome. Well, it's a bit blustery out there today, and some of you in Cornwall, certainly I realised last night, very stormy, very stormy. I was awake most of the night listening to it. It was so powerful. And I think some of us had power cuts as well, didn't we? So that was all very exciting. I hope you're all safe though, and I hope you're all well, because I know the whole country can be in turmoil because of the power cuts and all sorts of things. So I do wish everyone to be safe. But it is very blustery, and it makes you, the wind is lovely to listen to, but it's really nice to be indoors and safe and cozy, isn't it? Yes. And that's the thing we've got to remember. We've got to be aware of how we feel about sound. And that's what today is all about. Oh, Annie, you're here. Thank you. You're the very first person on here today. We're talking about sound. And last night, my goodness, the storm was really going for it, and the rain and the wind. Now, when we listen to soft sounds like the rain on a window, and it's just right and it's soothing, and we feel comfortable if we're safe inside, aren't we? Or under an umbrella. Or some people, I mean myself included, love going camping, and you hear the rain on the tent or the top of the caravan. Isn't it lovely? It makes my inner child very happy to listen to the sound of rain. But sometimes when it gets really blustery, you start to notice another feeling coming in. Oh, Annie, you're here as well. Two hands in one go. Happy Monday to both of you. So, if it gets really blustery and everyone starts going, oh, I don't know, this is not really safe, or you feel a bit, stressed by it, that's not going to be good for your body, is it? No. Oh, good morning to you too, Anne. It's lovely that you're here. And I didn't think you'd be down the allotment today, because it's just, I hope it's not too blustery where you are, but I'm guessing it is. And so, we've got to think about sound today, so that using sound to heal. And a lot of people would agree with me here. There's so many good sounds in our lives that make us feel great. And there's so many sounds that aren't that good, that don't make us feel that, that great. And physically, emotionally, songs that irritate you or songs that make you feel really happy. You've got to think, what does that sound make me feel? And maybe measure that, But as I was saying, going back to what's relative at the moment with the storms and I really love that. Raining and blowing a hoolie, says Anne. Oh dear. But do you like it? That's the thing. I mean, are you happy, feeling safe while you're watching the trees, the leaves moving, while you're listening to the sounds? If it's not too bad, you can probably find that quite soothing and relaxing. But as I say, if it gets really bad, you think, oh dear, we've got to batten down the hatches. And obviously it's a survival thing, isn't it? So we're trying to make sure we're all safe, and that's quite normal. But today's talk is about using sound to heal. As I say, the sound of running water is lovely near a stream or on a beach. But you get a wave that's too high and too dangerous and could sweep you out to sea. That's not so good. So maybe the sound of those waves, people go to the beach quite often when there's a storm because they want to see the energy of the wave, don't they? But when you think about it, you're putting yourself in danger if you get too close, because you could be swept out. People know this. And so as much as it's quite exhilarating, it's also sometimes the sounds can indicate danger as well, can't they? The volatile, what nature can be like. So nature's beautiful, like the birds singing in the trees on a summer's day or a spring morning. And we all feel really good, don't we, with that? We all feel great. But there's so many things in nature that can be dangerous too. So that's just one indication. I mean, how do you feel about sounds? Because we take them for granted. Even deaf people can feel the vibration of sound. I know a few deaf people, my friends, and basically they feel it vibrating through their body. So they all benefit from sound if they choose the right sounds, that is. Hi JR, thank you for joining us, darling. Thank you. It's lovely. Happy Monday to you, darling. So the power of sound. We all know how a good song can make us feel. We all know that if we're laughing with somebody we care about, or we hear their voice on the phone and we feel great, we all love that. That can really change every cell of your body to work better for you. All your chakra energies, I go on about this every week, but they're all governed by different emotions. And you can imagine that if you're really laughing with somebody or you're hearing their voice, you're really doing a lot of good for this area here of your body. And that helps your lymph, that helps your circulation, it helps you to communicate your feelings and to yourself as well. It helps on lots of levels. And this is where part of the inner child is as well. You can express with that as well, which is really good. So it is good to think about our sounds around us. You know, the sounds that stress you out, you should stay away from, obviously. Like, I don't know, there's so many things that can stress you out with sound. And you know it makes you feel bad because you'll have some reaction in your body. You know, if you had, say, screaming baby all day, you know, that would stress you. That would go straight to your tummy and make you feel bad. If you were caught in a traffic jam and there's loads of noise everywhere, you know, some people just want to get away from that noise. And it gradually builds its stress within you, mentally, emotionally, and physically, because it will have some effect on you. So we've got to think to protect ourselves from those things that we don't want to hear. Just basically be mindful of what sounds you do like. Now, I've got a few friends that love the sound of silence. I do too, actually, believe it or not. So sometimes, not always. So there's me sort of sitting in absolute silence, if I can make that. And that brings peace to your mind, your soul. And that's lovely, because you can be more as a result of that. But what makes you happy to actually listen to? Now, a lot of people on here will know that I love going to sound baths. I love them. Sound baths and tuning forks, lovely. Singing bowls, wonderful. All of these things really resonate with each one of those chakra energies. Now, if anyone's ever been to a sound bath, and I'm not promoting this just on its own, but this is a really good way of you kind of retuning in, if you forgive the pun, to yourself. You know, if each one of those singing bowls or each one of those tuning forks or each one of those lovely instruments that are used through a sound bath can help you on each one of those chakras. And of course, if they all flow, then you're going to just feel better. You're going to be the best version of yourself, aren't you? And it gives imbalance a harder time to get you, because basically, if they're all flowing, your body wants to work in harmony with itself. And by the law of attraction, because you're feeling that harmony within you, you're more likely to attract more of that feeling from the outside, from your stimulus of your world. So it's a lot of reasons, a win-win reason for you to be into sound, you know. So sound baths, singing bowls, tuning forks, oh, lovely, beautiful experience. And it changes with every person you go and experience that with. So if you can find the right person for you, wherever you're living or whichever's convenient to you, that's great. If you feel you can't actually go in person, I mean, it's lovely to do it online. Now, you know, if ever I have an illness, it's very rare I do get ill, but if I do, and say like I had a bad cold a while back, I just listen to a sound bath. I listen to someone putting energy into the sound and making that beautiful sound as I listen to it on earphones, and I just let it saturate, clear, cleanse. And before you know it, your whole central nervous system has benefited from that experience. And you feel amazing when you come out of it. Well, I did. And it speeded up the recovery, and I felt pain-free and I felt great. So it really did help me. And I'm thinking if I can share that with you, and you can find out, even on YouTube, there's lots of free stuff on there. I might put a link on actually from the guy that I listened to the other day. He was amazing. Oh, hi Kerry, thank you for joining us, darling. Happy Monday. Those of you who have been to work with sound in some way and using sound to heal already know the benefits. Maybe you could help another person by, you know, telling them where you went, you know, helping them to find another way to rebalance. Oh, Gail, that's lovely you're here too. And happy birthday to you, my darling. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, we're in the Aquarius phase at the moment, aren't we? So, yes, it's mine soon as well. Oh, Val, thank you for joining us, darling. I know how busy you are. So it's lovely. And I think the wind has dropped now, which is great. So sound is lovely. You know, the sound of someone soothing with a voice, or perhaps a meditation. That's another nice one. Some people say that, Kerry says hi, been listening to the sound bath link. Brilliant. Thank you. She loved it. Kerry likes the link I put on my personal page here on my Facebook a few days ago. I'll put it on again, darling, and hopefully all of the people here can just benefit from it. Oh, and everyone can just find, if it doesn't suit you, that particular link, there's loads of others. And I recommend the link I'm going to put on after here is just, oh, it's for me personally resonated with me, and I want to promote people like that, because look at this guy that's produced this sound, and perhaps support him, or do whatever it takes for you to keep that well-being up and to keep him working in what he's doing. Find your person if you need that different type of link. If you want something a bit sort of more stimulating, you can go and look on YouTube, and there's loads to be seen. So have a little investigation, see which one suits you. Even the sound of meditation. If you can go onto my website, nancyfinch.co.uk, that's only running until April, but you've got all my meditations on there. They're all free. And you'll hear the difference in the sound of my voice when I speak to you, when I talk to you. If you listen to those meditations, skip some of the chatty bits, because that's not important. But certainly the sound of the energy through the voice that I put on through those meditations, they're all aimed to open each one of the chakras up, and some are more specific than others for different areas. So you might want to go onto that website, and you can click onto, at the moment, you can click onto any of those colours, and the meditation is more geared for that part of the body. So that might be good for you. Also, if you go onto YouTube, you'll find everything there. So if you just type in my name, Nancy Finch, St Austell maybe, and the meditations, they should all come up. And then you've got the sound, you've got the energy, you've got the intention through the sound. And that's very powerful. And you will find it really helps. And on that same website at the moment, I have my chakra sounds, which look a bit like that. And they're all vowel sounds with me doing a drumming sort of sound over it. That goes through each one of those chakras, 3 minutes each. It's all free, and there's no password needed now. So you could just go on to my website, media, music downloads, and download them and listen to them. Keep them. And then, share them with your friends. They will have an effect. But the one that seems to be really, I've done 2 music downloads, and one of them really powerful at really putting you in a peaceful place with a sound is the Healing Cave. Now, the Healing Cave is just me sort of working mostly in G area of our heart chakra, and it just soothes you so much. It kind of cleans you. And I intended to clean up karma and everything. All those heart issues we have from emotions are all sort of being healed while you listen to the Healing Cave. So have a listen to that if you want to, or find your own. It doesn't matter. So sound can rebalance you very quickly, but sound can also disturb you, as I say. So keep away from those sounds that make you feel stressed, that you're aware of tension in your body. They did ages ago. I remember seeing something on YouTube where sound was on, there was a bunch of filings, and the sound was underneath the filings, and it made these filings all arrange themselves in a symmetrical shape. And the sound, the good sounds, the nice sounds that people like, they were all beautiful shapes, like 6-sided shapes, like Masaru Emoto would say behind me. It just arranged itself into some beautiful shapes. That's kind of how we feel inside. But if we have chaos sounds, that can really make a very unhappy feeling inside us, and your cells will feel it. So what have I got on here to remind you? Yeah, the filings were one thing. Perhaps look up the power of sound and the evidence of sound as well. That might be good. Jessica, that's lovely. You're here as well. Happy Monday to you, my darling. What a lovely name you have. Jessica Rose, what a beautiful name. Oh, so I hope people buy you roses. So, someone's just given me a hug. That's probably you, Jessie. Thank you. So we need to focus on the good sounds. I've got a wonderful grandson who's 6 months old, and to hear him laugh, it just lifts me. It's beautiful. And anyone that has children around that they can listen to their joy will know what I'm talking about. The sound of a voice. Anything that makes you feel good. As I say, the wind in the trees, if it's not too much. Yeah, It's lovely. So it keeps your emotional balloon high, doesn't it? So you've got my chakra sound and the healing cave to go and look at if you want, guys. Find something nearby to you. Perhaps treat yourself to an actual experience of being in a sound bath or a sound experience with tuning forks. It really, I can't begin to tell you how it can make people feel great. And I certainly am one of those people that believe in it. So let sound bring you back to a peaceful place. Let it rebalance you. Let the gentleness of your favourite sound, a song, you know, put your favourite song on and listen. Some people love classical music if it's gentle. And I'm one of those people too. So I like all music really, but you hear the most wonderful, gentle sounds through some classical music, and that can just put you in a place of peace or regroup you, you know. So it does a lot. And as I say, there's no excuse for not finding a sound near you that can make you feel great. So what have I got on here? Let's have a look. Yes, chakras. We've talked about chakras. This one here really does help. Oh, Del, you're here as well. Thank you for joining me. Now, a lot of you, actually, you remind me, Del, a lot of people love going to concerts, music concerts, and how they feel the vibration of the energy of their favourite band. That song is moving through their body. You know, concerts, you know, are lovely for that. People love festivals, music festivals, because the energy of their favourite songs and the people that are all feeling the same about it. It's just lovely. So, and people that do choirs, I know a few people on here, of course, that are working in choirs. Doesn't it make you feel great when you're expressing and you're enjoying that sound? Doesn't that make you feel great? And maybe join a choir, or maybe go to a concert or something. I hadn't put that on the board, but that's something to consider. Something that's going to keep your emotional balloon high. That's really important. Oh, Susan, you're here. Happy Monday, darling. So I think I've covered most of what I was talking about here. Oh, my mother used to be a wonderful singer. I've written a little note here. She used to be a wonderful singer. And I remember even as a very young child, her songs were so soothing. It was lovely. And I love this. I can still, even though she's gone many years, I can still hear the sound of her beautiful voice. She had a very deep and resonating voice. And so I used to want to sing because sometimes I can hear my voice. It's her voice. And, you know, we sound the same. So when I hear my voice and I'm singing, I can hear her. And it's one of the main reasons why I like singing. So it's a lovely feeling to be connected to the person I love with that sound that she used to produce. And a lot of you will be able to relate to that as well. Thank you for that lovely hearts and the thumbs up, guys. It's great that you understand what I'm talking about. So find something that makes you feel good to listen to and really enjoy it. And support the local sound healers, because at the moment, the collective consciousness needs everyone to be in a higher place of emotion, to be the best version of ourselves, and everyone will feel that around you. So if you can be instrumental in that, if you can give everyone a chance to feel, it's going to be okay, a bit of hope through that joy of that moment, listening and being in that moment with sound. So I've got a lovely symbol for you. You have had this one before, and I am going to do a pack of cards with all the symbols to start with, and then there'll be a book to follow one day. But this is a really lovely, oh, Susan's saying, I remember my mum used to sing, oh, Susan, that's lovely. Oh, you know, go talk about this in a minute. But isn't that wonderful that you've got that memory, and, you know, you can still hear it. If you think about it, you can still hear the sound. Like the sound of your favourite song that you've heard on the radio, and how instantly that lifts your spirit. Doesn't that make you feel good? And Susan, it means that we've still got the love of the people perhaps that aren't here now, if you can remember their songs or their voice. I can still remember the voices of many people I know have passed on. I can still hear their voice, and it's a comfort, isn't it? And it makes you feel good, and it brings their memory to you, which is another nice thing you can do, especially for your heart chakra. So back to the symbol. Forgive the pun, it's harmony. That's harmony in sound. So how about you just either draw this in the air with me and take a breath, and you're going to create the harmony with a symbol of an H. Can you see the H? It moves up like a little bridge. Round, it's harmony. So let's try that again. It's this nice symmetrical symbol. So take a deep breath and just breathe in the feeling of harmony. Harmony through sound, harmony of yourself, really. I mean, a baby feels that lovely support and love and comfort when it's growing, you know, inside a woman, inside the mum. It's feeling the heartbeat. It's hearing the sounds of her body. And of course, when a baby is born, they want to be close again to the mum, so they can hear the heartbeat and they can hear the sounds again. And you see, it's all pretty primal, really, isn't it? We need, for our inner child, for our state of well-being, we need to be in harmony. So whatever it takes to put you there is a great thing. Hi, Linda. Thank you for joining us, darling. So we're doing the harmony symbol, and you can always listen to the rest of this later. So take a deep breath, take the lovely movement up there, like a little bridge. Harmony with self and others. That's what it means. And you can use it because we're talking about music today. Yes, we are. So I'll put the link on that I listened to last week that I thought was amazing. But there are lots and lots of beautiful people out there who know what they're doing and are really talented at sharing their gift with you. So if you want to look at anything they do, just Google it and research it. Because the science behind sound is lovely. It will give you more understanding and it'll make you want to learn more about it, especially when you experience it on a physical level. So I think that's basically all I have to say today. I'm looking at here to see if I've listened. I write so much on my board and then I think, what have I written? I forget some of it. Go back to my meditations, do whatever it takes to listen to the sound of a voice or nature, or as I say, singing bowls, forks, anything. And even if you want to get some yourself, and a drum, maybe a drum, a soft drumming is like a meditation. It might be all it needs to literally ground you. So investigate how you feel with that sound, or just listen to your favourite songs, and perhaps go to my Nan Talks in Tea with Nan, which I haven't mentioned yet. Oh, well, the power of the song might go nicely with today's talk. It's on my Nan Talks itself, if you go onto the website. You can also get it on YouTube. It's called The Power of the Song, 17th of the 7th, 21. So if you go on YouTube, you'll find it there. And at the moment, you'll find it on my website in the blue section. Okay, that's Throat. So the power of the song talks about, obviously, how powerful a song can make you feel. But let's just reinforce that with other sounds apart from songs. You know, just really embrace what we have around us to make ourselves, to bring ourselves a feeling of harmony and well-being. So we've got the power of the song. We've also got reset ourselves. That's on the Tea with Nans, what we're doing here, and they're again on YouTube. 6th of the 1st, 25th. That's just a little while ago. So reset ourselves is where we kind of go back in to reset ourselves from the chaos around us, from the tiredness, from the Christmas, from everything, you know. We need to reset. And quite often the beginning of the year is a good time to sort of think about that, and then perhaps reset on a weekly basis or whatever suits you. So that's the 6th of the 1st, 25th. So yeah, there you go, 25. Isn't it great to say 2025? It feels nice this year. I mean, they all do, don't they? But if you could just tell yourself and put that intention that this year is going to be a very special year, and where you focus on yourself and you heal yourself in many ways. And when I listen to when I'm at a sound bath, or when I'm having a tuning fork session, you know, having a treatment on myself, I lay there and I imagine and I set the intention that that sound is going to wherever I need it to go to heal me, on a physical level, on an emotional level. And it's really powerful with the intention that you have alongside the stimulus you experience. So I hope you can do what I do and just really embrace that sound and use that sound to heal you, wherever in your body or your mind or your past or your inner child, wherever you feel that healing needs to take place. So I think that really is it. I've done everything, I think. What I haven't, well, I don't want to go on too long because you'll all be asleep. But have a wonderful week, and perhaps think about, where can I use sound to heal me? Even if it's just listening to something before you go to sleep, or when you wake up to set the mood of the day. And I shall put the link that I was talking about that I personally liked last week on this, just underneath this broadcast, okay? Oh, Lucy, I haven't seen you for ages, darling. Oh, big hug to you, my sweet. Oh, so I hope you can listen to this again, Lucy. Now, you of all people know about the sound of music, sound of music. You know how powerful sound is because you love music. You love listening to bands, and you love, I'm sure that's true. And your children, when they were laughing and happy, that's the real tonic, isn't it? So lots of love to you, Lucy. So yes, I shall leave you all now. I'll be back next Monday. Think about where you can perhaps, enjoy sound either on YouTube or what I put on here, or my meditations, or my sound downloads. Anything at all that makes you happy will make me happy. Right. Oh, Lucy says she's in Cardiff. Just saw a band last night. Well, what about that? That's brilliant. Well done, Lucy, for treating yourself to that. You're a busy mum, you're a busy person, and you've made the time because you value yourself to go somewhere and enjoy the sounds of the band that you like to go and watch. Wonderful. I bet they were great. And I bet the atmosphere was great too, because everybody feels it. And then you've got a win-win situation where you're feeling the energy in the room as well as what you're feeling inside. So I'm glad you did that. I'm sure it did you a lot of good. So have another listen to this, Luce. Share it. By the way, everyone share this, because you never know how it's going to help somebody. You just never know. Make an affirmation up every day. I use sound to heal me. And then really listen to the sounds around you. To the ones that make you feel good. Keep away from the ones that don't make you feel so good. Or promise yourself a chance to rebalance from them if you have to experience an environment you're not happy in. Then treat yourself to a reset with something that does make you good, that does make you feel good. Okay. It's starting to rain now, so I'm going because you won't be able to hear me. I shall see you next Monday, same time, Monday at 12 o'clock. So lots of love to everybody on here. I'm sending you all Reiki hugs. And I'm hoping that you can just play with sound and let me know how you feel. You can always email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk and tell me how great you feel when you listen to things. Then perhaps the suggestions I've made today. That would be great. Right, so have a good week, guys, and I shall see you all next week. Bye, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.